Hello, everyone. Welcome back in to North 7 Cards. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram, North 7 Cards, and on eBay, North-of- the number 7. Today we got for you the 2025 Topps Heritage Baseball Hobby Case Break number 11 here on May the 6th. Let us know in the chat who are we looking for to date. Let's crack this bad boy open and see what we got cooking in this one. Again, let's hear it. Let's manifest the players we want to see in this one. And a good morning to you as well, Blizzy. There we go with our 12 boxes here. Good luck, everyone. It's some hangers in this one. Sorry about that, real big. Get in contact with them. Figure that out. Come over to YouTube, eBay Live. Be able to see it there. Oh, Ellie and Judge. Oh. I always say it's at least better to be 2 off. Worse if it's 1. Then you think about it a lot more. Yeah, of course. Yeah, two of the superstars of the league to not get hit is pretty wild. And I got a not so happy text from my Yankee fan father who basically wants to send Devin Williams to the moon, which can't really blame him. They keep demoting him and he keeps blowing games somehow. Box number 1. Good luck, everyone. For 25, that's not insignificant. Roosevelt, Eovaldi, Irish, Cruz, is Kumar Rocker. Sneaky out of that time. Red ink rocker, 22 of 76. Kumar Rocker. There you go. Galactane. 101, absolutely. Never complain about seeing a 101, especially if it's some Brooks Baldwin. Scooble Neto. I think I saw that one. That matchup. Jones. Sasaki. Elliott, 25th anniversary. Naylor. That's interesting. Some cases flip the short prints, others don't. Wasn't that Padres Yankees? Suzuki? Or am I mixing up my days? 2 years A-Rod, Perdomo. Thomas. Borgman, the RBI leaders in the blue. Tommy Adames Machado. Reynolds. Washington again. Carroll. Palacios Churio. There we go, big. Got Ohtani. There's a Scooble. Ohtani. 2024 record breaker. Wilson. Cone Burrows. There you go, big. And do some Shohei. Job Skeens always good. Want some superstars, or maybe it's a little early to call Job that. Webb, Badnar. Schneemann. Core. Amador. Schneemann. Green Willie Mays. 3/99. For Willie Mays. Profar. O'Neal. That's box number 1. And Skeen seemed to have had a little bit of a dip there for a second. That game against Cleveland was not his strongest outing, but definitely recovered in LA. Seems like he's back on track, and even if a sophomore slump comes, it's still going to be a borderline Cy Young candidate. No Yamamoto yet. Not yet, Yellow. Contain everywhere. The other people in the chat over on YouTube. If you want to jump over there. If not, do you care? Do people care where you sit for games? I personally don't care. I actually kind of prefer to sit high because, like, I don't need to see the strike zone. I prefer to be able to see, the action as a whole. So I like sitting up high. If I sit down low, I'm not gonna complain, but it's also a whole lot cheaper to sit in the bleachers. Yeah, they do not have a lot of firepower, that's for sure. Their firepower comes from their pitching. I'm sure White Sox, I'm surprised this isn't more of a thing, but it also is probably either a safety issue or, there's a lot of logistical issues of letting people move down sections, but that's just probably too much of a hassle if people aren't in their spot. But I would just think for TV purposes, you would want a stadium to look more full. So if you have a bunch of people sitting in the 500s, if no one's in those seats by, third, fourth inning, like give people a couple innings to be late, but then I think you should be able to let people move down. People get better seats, it looks better on TV, it looks better for the stadium, probably entices more fans to come and watch in person. That's my 2 cents. I do, yeah, no Casas is brutal. Malloy. Gore. Montgomery. Here goes Gosman. Clubhouse Collection, a relic, Byron Buxton. Buxton the relic. Young. Trout. Jace Young. Cole. Aldrin. Saki, Wood. Blanco. Bellinger. Done. Altrip. Strom. Torkelson. Pedro. Bailey Ober. 10 of 76. Chrome Ober. Through the years, Albert Pujols, Fried, Martinez, Wynn, two games at Hurricanes, Caps, Airman, Husted. It's good that we enjoy the two games. 2 games while we got them. It'll be down to 1 game a night very soon. And it's when it gets exciting, but also towards the end of the year. Alright, then we got All Summer to Fill Our Void. Keith, Maya, Dana, Alters, Seppo, Alright, let's start with the first game. Carolina-Washington, game 1. I'm surprised Washington's the favorite, but that's also because I wanted to take Carolina as an underdog. But Carolina beat a better team. Curious if Freddie Anderson, their goalie's gonna be healthy. Oh yeah, that is a really nice hit. Go box 3. Yeah, sometimes it's so tough if you want to ride the hot hand or not. Like Carolina, my instinct would be to go Svechnikov because he had such a good series in round 1, but I'm not 100% on that. He's also probably, him and Aho would probably be the favorites for Carolina. Washington, maybe like a Dylan Strome. Blake's not a bad. He's on the top line. He's probably got some value. Breakout player in the first round. Not a bad one. Jarvis, I love Seth Jarvis. I think he's such a good player, but I'm probably blinded by some bias towards him. So I would tell you to always pick him, but it's not always the best choice. And yeah, Washington, you can never go wrong with Ovechkin. It is kind of the safe, solid choice. But I would throw Strome in that mix too for the Caps. Just could be a matter of him capitalizing on everyone paying attention to Ovechkin. Yeah, you never go wrong with him. He's has the most goals in NHL history. Tough to go against a guy like that. Box number 3. Duran. Amador, Shella. Clubhouse Collection Relic, Stephen Kwan. Wells. Nola. There's Helen Acuna, Langford, Manoa, Enriquez, GC, Zero, Campero, Rodana Cepho, Gunnar Mead. Elvis. Linker. Keller. I mean, I don't know if I'd go with all of them. Heinz Churio, especially at game 1. They're typically supposed to be a little tighter, but the Leafs in Florida kind of proved that theory wrong last night. Sosa, 54 of 76. Jorge Polanco. I don't think I would pick all of them to score. I would probably pick one from each side, but that one is up to you. Wood, Lindor. Kauser, Rogers. Jones. Castillo, Saki, Martinez. Eater. That is a Gunnar image variation. Or Gunnar Henderson. Yeah, it's tough to imagine there's that many goals. That's also most of the time if you see the over/under, it's usually 5.5 because they usually expect a 3-2 game. Wells, Wood, Kauser, Diaz, Dingler. Arte, but also Warren, Parker, Fort. Oh, then that other game, I feel like in my head, Edmonton Vegas would feel more like the Toronto Florida game. I mean, you'd imagine a superstar show up like McDavid for Edmonton, Eichel for Vegas. Oh, there you go, Gunnar to hit the multi. Hurdle's been really good this playoffs. Hurdle, one of the, again, this is not advice. Brett Howden is someone that has just really been around the net a lot. I think he scored at least one overtime winner in the first round against Minnesota. He's someone I really like, but you also, it's hard to trust him to score, if that makes sense. Box number 4. Polk, Darvish. Vadis. Jones. House collection or relic. GT Real Muto. It is some pretty wild odds on him to score because he's not a known scorer. He's just one of those guys when you're watching, you really notice him a lot. Anderson. Castro. Bonds, Fry. Suzuki. Elvis. 91 of 150, Drew Romo. Miller. Garcia. Yamamoto. Ohtani and Damas Machado. RBI leaders. McCarthy. Iglesias. Smith, Churio. Austin Riley, 25th anniversary. Yamamoto, Chisholm Jr. 25th anniversary, Rhett Lauder. Chapman. Skier. Puck. Got an orange. It is Luis Garcia Jr. 18 of 25. Oh, Bouchard. Bouchard has been really good. I don't know if I don't think I trust the defenseman that hard to score. Yeah, Perry's on the top line. Does get a lot of opportunity. I don't know, maybe I'd go with like a Hyman type. Kelly. Singer. I'm trying to think of those other like obscure that 8. That is Gladdy on the alternate cartoon variation. Shots on are also a very difficult one because also if they hit the post, it doesn't count as a shot. Yeah, shots on goal are a very tedious thing. Wilson, JC, O'Neal, Bart, Perfito, and Blas. Because in theory, it doesn't look like that much when they say, 2+ shots, 3+ shots, but shots on goal. The only guy that I'll always trust to have that many is Nathan MacKinnon, and he is no longer in the playoffs. The best are when they do that and go in. Those are the craziest, like the pinpoint accuracy that you have to have. It's a tricky one. It's also one of those you never know who's going to score on any given night. Even if you look at the box score last night, I can't think of the superstars that scored for Florida. But at least it was Nylander, 2 Knives with the winner. They did the superstars showed up and showed out in game 1. Povich, Vaughn, Esses, win 22 of 200, George Springer. He's looked a lot better over, I think he's played 3 or 4 games. He's gotten better and better. Scored in, I think it was game 5, if I'm not mistaken. Geloff, Clubhouse Collection Relic. Jones, I wouldn't say he's fully up to speed, but he's not far off. Churio, Gunnar Moniak. Helk Adolis. But he's a guy that, again, it's the cliches of like he goes to the net and wreaks some havoc. Rhea. Chado Iglesias. Wood. Iguez. Arte Roleski. I don't disagree with you, Chris. John J. Chisholm. Well, let's say Otani or back-to-back always makes me wonder which one of them has a flip bat sometimes. 2 of 150, Merrill Kelly. Years Griffey Jr. Riley Ellie. Through the years, Robin Yount. Rice. Hines. Festa. Baldwin. Definitely not a bad choice. You never know. Again, game one's even that much more unpredictable. Teams have had a few days off, which you're not really used to this time of year. Darno. Dingler Wilson. Gibson. Job Loperfido. Arenado Rally. Halfway box of our break. It's definitely some good odds. Our halfway box of the break. If you didn't make it, I would also, I would probably toss something on the over. I think that's pretty safe when it comes to the Oilers. They play pretty fast and loose hockey. So unless it's a real lock it down game one, which I can't really see. There you go, Big. Big Otani for you, Big. Let's find it. box. Reynolds. Matthews. Outer. Win. Like Bachar. 68 of 76. Blanco. Love Health Collection or Relic. Matt Olson. Gunner. Tease. Fry. Noel. Maya. Guire. Young. Fermi. Altuve. Salk. Jeffers. Shohei Ohtani in the 25th anniversary. Friedel. 25th anniversary, Bobby Witt Jr. So throwback rookie Bobby. Mo Perfito. Freed. Zukia. Castillo. Usual. Seppo. Oh yeah, when Ohtani can, when he lets that ball fly, it goes pretty, it can go pretty far. And the sound. 181 of 200, Francisco Lindor. I'm not sure how Altuve is hitting this year. I really checked in on the Astros. I did see that the Rangers fired their hitting coach. Never a good sign. Strom. Joba Sasaki. Locklear. Mayo. Harris. Torkelson. There, 6 boxes in, 6 to go. And it's always the best to see one of those battles going down. You know, 8, 9, 10 pitch at bats. A little different now with the pitch clock, but back, I guess I can be one of the back in the day type of people, but pre-pitch clock, those at bats felt like they were about an hour long. You're learning so much during an at bat. Location, type, the spin on the ball. They are pretty. This is the third year, I think, now with it, so not really that big of a factor. But that first year for sure was very interesting. It wasn't until I talked to someone about think how good everyone is going to be with it by the time they use it for a year. Now that we're in year 3, it's pretty much a non-factor. Next up will be the challenging balls and strikes. That is when it'll get a little dicey. That'll add time back to the games. One of those additions to baseball that at least shows they're trying to grow the game. Second half of the case. So for the trio of rookies: Helsley, Clase, Fireman, $75 of 200, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Oh, the Stars and Stripes. I'm not sure if we've got another. We don't have any today. I don't know if we're gonna be ripping any more of that. Astro. The base leaders in the chrome: Eli Otani Terang, Steer, Jones, Nola. Yeah, that was very interesting rip for sure. Hines. 45 of 76, Porter Hodge. And that's what they're all chasing at this point. And they got to figure out which is the best path for them to go to college, try to make the pros right away. Schmidt Walters. Volpe. Rogers. Stremski. Bieber. Oscar. Julio Rodriguez. Clubhouse Collection Relic. For J-Rod. Suna. Strider. Junior, Caballero. Let's see, Marshall, Walker. Rutschman. Baldwin. Job, Caballero. Trout. Sui, Melendez. Skeens. Riley Otani. Box to go in this one. I believe they do. Might not be. Well, now you could just say there might not be as much money in it, but yeah, they typically do for the top players, top recruits. I have been there before. I made a couple trips. I have some family that lives there. I've seen some incredible videos. Sometimes it's dead of winter snow, but some of the places they have there is beautiful. Like I guess on their east coast. Heard of some really cool places over there. Real estate guides. Any particular reason why? Oh, we got 4 boxes after this one. 71 of 150, Hunter Goodman. Smith, Eater, Wood. JC. Arte. Jock Rogers. Logan Gilbert in the Clubhouse Collection Relic. Oh, packaged in the real estate guides. Oh, that's pretty cool. Sweeney. Chisholm. Zamora. Skeens. Ober. Meadows. Huh. I got a lot of cheap houses. Might be a little different now. Cruz, Yogi Berra. Mania. Gomber. Kwan. Mr. Matos. Howard Hughes. Scoopel Blanco Valdez. ERA leaders. Tawny. Mania. Saki Peralta. Alonso. Wilson. Eater. Through the years, Clayton Kershaw. Chapman. And when he's hot, he's good. When he's not, he's very cold. Romo Bryant. Echo, there's got to be a few that jump to mind. Babe Ruth cut auto is definitely a big one. Naylor, Holmes. Jaden Daniels. I think that was from, what was that from? Finest Superfractor auto. Gary. Kopech. Rooker, Churio, Jameson, Tyon, and Amador, Daniel Lowe, Fairbanks. I do not have them. But if you check out our Instagram, you can see our big hits on there. North of 7 cards. Yeah, Steph Curry yesterday, 5/5 auto. That was really nice. few Wembanyamas, especially with the Wembanyama autos. Absolutely Echo. That's a good question. It's tricky with the Topps basketball stuff. I mean, it's Curry, so it's going to be big, but how big is an interesting question. Sometimes. Just making sure, especially if anyone has any questions, you always just want to make sure you're on top of that. And at $10 for that would not be bad at all. Really? For made the F top 10. Nice. Image variation of Julio Rodriguez. Maya, Owsley, Class A, Fireman, Friedel, 172 of 200, Lane Thomas. Bliss, Dominguez, Gold Keith, Clubhouse Collection Relic. Fair enough. Fair enough. Garcia. Semyon Ozuna. Martinez, Holmes, Heaney, Noel, Zukia, Jackson Holiday, 25th anniversary. That's as long as it's done nicely. Ellis, that would be. That's never want to see that. Kirby, Dominguez, Rogers, actually hit some decent cards. That's interesting behavior. 72 of 150. JD Martinez. Yeah, I've seen that a few times. You go to bat for someone you like, which we appreciate, even if it's not necessarily the situation. Alonso. Wood. Tani. Bichette. Langoliers. Iglesias. Champs. Baldwin. Fairbanks. Only auto so far, I think, is Kumar Rocker on the red ink. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's the only auto that we've seen. Lee, go on. A little bit later today. Not yet. Now, 3 boxes to go. I wouldn't say we've had anything too out of the ordinary. That just means maybe one of these last 3 is holding something special. That comes for you as the weather is starting to get warmer over here. Sun is out. Wow. '76 and sunny. Just how it should be for us as we head into the warmer weather. Wells, Horner, Montgomery, Keith, Gibson, Valdi, Dylan, Dingler, 31 of 50. Relic there, Ronald Acuna Jr., Ozzie Albies, 49 of 50. Dual player relic. Randomize that one at the end. Batting leaders, Rise, Tani Ozuna. Aldrip. Yamamoto, Peterson. Glasnow, Westberg. And getting some off runs from the guy behind the plate. Always, I don't want to say a pleasant surprise, but always a big bonus. Anga, win 25th anniversary, Freeman. Rice. Those are Perdomo. Snell, Reyes, Bush. Francisco Lindor. Image variation Lindor. Good to bet on your guys. Imador, Sheeman, Ellis. Flaherty. Westberg. Harris. Robert H. Goddard. Massey. 9/76. Gavin Sheets. Through the years. Rocker. Browns again. Sanchez. Cepho. Tani. Cruz, Grissom, Dana. Oh, second. It's exactly. I saw the name and it's exactly what I was thinking, Ryan. One of the notable Americans, Robert Goddard. I already forget his name. But same last name as Ryan, Lizzie. Wow. Got the name right, but made the first liquid rocket. That's pretty cool. Raspberries and some vanilla yogurt. Nice. Oh, second at 2 last box. Got off the rookie Arovis Martinez. John Adams, Wagaman. Keith. Phillips. Will Smith, Clubhouse Collection Relic. Baz. Aaron. There's Fitz. That is, yeah, the inconsistency. Bassett. Alonzo. Schneemann. 28 of 50, Nico Horner. Let Ease. Diaz, John Hancock, Bo Naylor. Anderson. Oops. Trout, 76 redefined. Walker. Wow. Burger. Wow. Classic Alvarez. Reno. 39 of 76, MJ Melendez. Lopez. Rodriguez, Dana. Winker and Isaac Collins. And that brings us here to the last box in our break. Last box Magic. Last box of Magic. Good luck, everyone. Commissioner's Trophy. That's be a tall task for the Tigers. not surprising. It's $1.45 to win the Central. Up next, we got some gold label UFC. It's going down in about 30 minutes from now. I don't know if we've got any more tribute coming up. Because Gallup, Gill, Dendi Rafaela, Masataka Yoshida, Clubhouse Collection Relic for Yoshida. It's going to be me, Jay. Noah. Young, Rocker, Mons of Mookie, Turner, Ayo Sogard, oh boy. Rocky is a weapon. I totally get that, Chris. It's a trombone sound. Solano, Conine, Yamamoto, Burleson, Friedel, Miller, Junior. Always a good time for first time, Jay. 101 Ohtani Yamamoto, that's pretty wild. J. Robert Oppenheimer, Morel. Riley, Bart. Rolta, Gentry. Sasaki through the ears, Jeff Bagwell. Lopez. Eater Albies. Man. Guerrero. Schwellenbach. Alonso. Adiel Amador. Herrera. I don't think so. Not yet. Ellie, Kim. I've seen some pretty wild, heard of some pretty wild breaks of it. Bo Bichette. Image variation Bichette. Those mangas. Mangas are very nice. Hit them in other products. Slightly to hit them with some Premier League. Got a Craig Kevin Biggio, father and son. And then Semyon. Ramirez done, and finished off with Dylan Cruz. Alright, everyone. Let's do our recap. Congrats to those that hit in this one. Image variation Bichette, 39 of 76 Melendez, 28 of 50 Horner, 9 of 76 Sheets, Image Lindor, 31 of 50 Dingler, 72 of 150 Martinez, Lane Thomas, Image J-Rod, out of 150 Goodman, out of 76 Hodge, out of 200 Gurriel, out of 200 Lindor, out of 76 Bachar, out of 150 Kelly, out of 200 Springer, alternate cartoon Vlad Guerrero Jr., 18 of 25 Garcia Jr., 91 of 150 Romo, Image Gunner, out of 76 Polanco, out of 76 Ober, out of 99 Willie Mays, to our relics and auto. Yoshida, Will Smith. We got the 49 of 50 Ronald Acuna Jr. Ozzie Albies. We'll randomize that in a moment. Keith, Gilbert, J-Rod, Olsen, Geloff, Real Muto, Kwan, Buxton, and the red ink rookie Kumar Rocker. 22 of 76 for the Rocker. Before we let you go, we will randomize our multiplayer cards. Yeah, everyone's got their preference. Nothing wrong with that. Stick you over here to random.org. The multi-player cards. Got our trios. Final round here. It is going all left sides. For our duels. Take it easy, Blizzy. Appreciate it. duels are going all left sides. There we go, all left trios and duels. Last but certainly not least, 49 of 50, Ronald Acuna Jr. and Ozzie Albies. Go each 3 times. Good luck to both. Final round here. This one is going to the Ozzie Albies spot. Congrats if you picked up Albies. Alright, everyone. And with that, it'll wrap us up here for the 2025 Topps Heritage Baseball. I'll be case break number 11 on May the 6th. Thank you, everyone who joined in on this one. If you are going to join our next break in here, that one is going down at 1 o'clock Eastern. 2024 Topps Gold Label UFC Hobby 8-boxer for break number 15. All right, everyone, if you are going to join those later breaks, we will see you then. If not, take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.